Last time, we encountered Curiosity and took a quick look around. Now, we're going to venture north and meet our rival, Roky, who asks why we are loafing to and fro in such a place. And some other nonsense that looks a little bit like one of those early internet chatbots. But anyway, we shall enter battle. And Roky has delegated his bicho. I knew it would only be a matter of time before Roky entered the pimping business. Children's game? One's bottom. So anyway, he's sprinkling some sand in our eyes. Evidently, he keeps a pouch with him at all times with some sand that he's pinched from Blackpool Beach. And let me tell you, that stuff is lethal. I have to admit, I didn't expect to see it in a Pokemon game. But after some of the other stuff on this cart, it doesn't seem so stupid, does it? Look at this ugly thing we're fighting, and what sort of a battle stance is that? Just sat there. No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die. Well, Mr. Kisai, or Keki, or Keshi, the joke's on you, boy. It's a bit of a weak last Pokemon, isn't it? A Keeler. I got one of those in the first 2 minutes of the game. He's really on his last legs now, Roky. And that's it. Dead. Oh, he's got more? Jeez. It's a bit like out of that Little Britain sketch, isn't it? Got another one. Except he keeps pulling these Pokemon out of his backside. I've just noticed that Incon looks a little bit like a nice gem, doesn't he? Remember those sweets you used to be able to get? Don't know if you still can. You took one bite of them, and your teeth were broken forever. Dust the seed on the Beakak. So it's not Beakak anymore, it's the Beakak. And Roky is vanquished. What? Understand! Understand! Hi, I have gone to the Masachee. He let me have a look at his precious pet. Thanks him for his illustrated handbook pet the pages have turned. Anyhow, Masachee is a fatastic, a famous pet. Here is the pet deposit system of communication PC. That is also made by Masachee. Jeez, this is a massive mouthful. Are you going to shut up yet, Roky? Jeez, still blathering on, thank you. Get lost, see you in hell. Right, we're going to prepare ourselves for Nugget Bridge, as it is known in the English version, or Golden Ball Bridge, as it's called in this version. But then, I guess you might have guessed that, kind of, from the title of this video. But let's go! Can you win me? No, I generally don't give myself away as a prize for losing Pokemon fights. It's not like a keeper's game of Pogs or something. Do you remember those Pokemon games in the schoolyard? The victor would win the loser's Game Boy. Let me tell you, those were really high stakes, boy. You're there squabbling over 85 yen or dollars or whatever it is in this game. That's nothing! Especially when our lunch vouchers were at stake. Another trainer battle successfully negotiated, and he says, "What a marvel!" Yes, indeed. I'm from the Pokemon School of Hard Knocks, matey. I've lost too many Game Boys in my time. Oh, come on, you really expect to beat me with a Bobo and a level 14 one at that? Clutching at straws, clutching at straws. I'm gonna try and do this bridge without going back to the Pokemon Center. Just one of those little challenges you set yourself from day to day. You know, don't step on the cracks in the street, punch a tramp in the face, kick a stray cat, you know, that sort of thing. I mean, I'm not suggesting you do that sort of thing. That, of course, would be animal cruelty. Not at all like training up wild animals and pitting them against each other for sport. Now that is an altogether different matter, my friend. Well, it would seem that way anyway. They did make a game about it. And that's another Golden Ball Bridge contestant done. And she can't believe it. She simply can't believe that she lost. Well, she did see me slaughter the last bloke, but anyway. It doesn't so simple. That's actually a very good translation because it is vocabulary. that befits a 10-year-old boy. Unlike some of the other trainers in this game, who'll waffle on for hours, not occur in the world. I do have a game to play here, get on with it. Where is this guy? He's to the point and punchy. I like him. And I like him a lot more now I know that he's got really weak Pokemon. Oh, thank you very much. See you at breakfast time. I'm not quite sure what that's supposed to mean. But he's awfully weak. At least that's what he thinks he is. Oh, come on, kid. Get your confidence up. You can beat somebody else. Just not me, because I'm the master. I'm not at all the kind of trainer who would need wound cure. Oh no. The fourth is me. Should also feel fatigue. See, that's exactly the sort of thing that a young girl wouldn't say. It's a poor translation. In fact, I don't think anybody would say that. Ah, the crazy world of Pokemon Green English version, eh? That expletive you just saw there still doesn't sit comfortably with me. I mean, I have to see it every time my hit is lowered. It's like the game's swearing at you. I can't be doing with those sort of games. If I wanted to get shouted at, I'd go and join the army or something. Pokemon Green, the only game endorsed by the British Armed Forces. Now drop in to give me 50 experience points, you dirty little man. I don't know if that's the sort of thing they say in the army, but it would be very strange if they did. And we've won the battle. Thank goodness for that. Saved me from this inane blabber. Am I also lost? Well, I don't know about you, but I know exactly where I am. Don't just stand there. Try and find your way out of here if you're lost. I mean, you're just gonna starve to death. But then again, you do have your Pokemon for sustenance. You could skin and eat them. Look at this thing here. It's a Monkey. It's a very original name. It's kind of a cross between... In fact, it doesn't look a thing like a monkey. It looks more like a pig. Anyway, it's dead now. And we're fairly rattling through the levels now. How extraordinary. Indeed. Has a very high register for a little boy scout, doesn't he? Maybe he goes home and reads dictionaries at night. His mates think he's reading Harry Potter, when in fact he's just stolen the dust cover to put on the front of his dictionary. And congratulations to us, we have defeated 5 person, and we have received a gold ball! From Strange. Trainer! And he carries on with some more drunken rambling about missiles and using pet to do evil deed. But I'm gonna choose to ignore him now, because he's given me what I want, and I just want to get the heck out of here. Your face doesn't like that? Are you taking the mick out of my face? Why, I ought to Wahoo! I'm gonna punch you right in the gob. Now, sadly, Pokemon doesn't let you do that, but we're gonna do the next best thing, and eat his snake. A snake with a rather large pie hole, it would seem. I'd close your mouth if I were you, Mr. Parton. If the wind blows, you're gonna stay like that. And thank goodness he's fallen down because his breath was starting to stink. And we have another Papin here, so we shall enter. Pikach! So evidently the narrator of this game has sucked blood from Pikach. I hate that blasted narrator. Oh, down to 2 life points, but we have 1. Welp, is that truly feasible? Yes. As I've said before, it's eminently feasible, and I look down upon your use of internet slang. Maybe you should spend less time in the chat rooms, and more time training your monsters.